Let me make sure. Testing, testing, testing. That's a little low. Testing. All right, let's get it. So today, I pretty much I saw TCBP up here making moves. It was one that failed big the other day, TCBP, from the 925s down here to the $5. It has been working its way back up to maybe right under the halfway point of this big fall down. SPY still floating under 400. ATXI was another one that was up today, only up 13% though, not impressive. FUV taking a big fall from $6. This little double top or almost double top, it hit up here at the 625s, all the way back down to the 250s. BTCM, this was my trade from yesterday. So on BTCM, I saw it come up and it started hitting my skins. It came up quite nicely. I liked the range and everything, and I almost fell into the trap of trading it was some other like $2 stock, but I was like, nah, I just don't like that range, so I backed off of it. Let me see what that other stock was. That other stock was where is it? BTCM. CYAD was the other one that I had looked at, but I just could not. I could not really fall in love with the pattern. Couldn't really fall in love with anything about it. Kind of just something that I didn't want to touch. It actually ripped up and kind of just found a little flat top. I'm so glad I did not trade this one. But BTCM was my main trade here. So I saw this thing come up. It got a nice, the shorts won very nicely here from the 525 all the way down to the 435s. And I was like, okay, time to play ball. And so I let this hour candle close and I watched the next hour candle come into indecision right under the 450s. And I was like, okay, this thing is holding for around 450 a lot. So I started to add in here. I added 100 shares first right at this little flat bottom of the 446. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna let this 100 shares play. Let it play for a little bit, and it just continued to hold and continued to look like it wanted to break over the 450. So I added some more, all the way up to 1,000 shares in here, right at or a little bit above the 450. So like 457, 456 ended up being my average after I had entered the whole position. And so it started to pop. And on that 1,000 shares, I did end up clipping off half of it at the 465s because I didn't know if it was going to continue going up. It did continue going up with that last 500 shares, so I just sold on each break of the previous tops. So 482, and then I kind of got scared up here around the 490s, and I just started dumping. So yeah, and then it just snapped back, but that's okay. It did what I expected it to do. I didn't know if it was going to get through VWAP. My fear was at VWAP. I was like, I don't know, because it's already looking kind of iffy based on the information behind it. These 3 bars. But yeah, that was my trade from yesterday. and we'll definitely see if we can get some more action or anything today. Today it's kind of been kind of dry. Looking at the scans, the biggest thing that's down is a low float, FUV. So FUV is down 61%. And I'm like, man, that's not too good, right? But we'll see what else wants to pop up. TCB is a little bit higher float, but it may have a okay range, being $6. Um, Good morning, Andre. But yeah, TCB has a little bit bigger range here, 560s up to the 625s. I think it may give some opportunities. It's looking the best, but it is a little bit higher float. The lower floats is ATXI, which only is up 13%, so I'm not really in love with that one. And then FUV was another low float, but it's down 61%. So those two are pretty much untouchable based on the competition. Let's jump over here to the scans. Um, so right now Tesla is leading in volume. Uh, and then TCB, then BBBY, then ATXI. So those top five are what I'm looking at right now. Everything else is just now breaking over a million, just trying to get over. So, you know, that's I like the million shares traded. That's where I kind of started looking. I'm like, okay, something interesting is going on over here. But if it don't have a million shares traded, I'm like, I can't do it. Anyway, so these are the rules that I've been following, or not really rules, the questions that I've been asking myself. And based on my trade yesterday, it was completely correct what I was trying to get on BTCM. Got the pop that I was looking for, got the test of VWAP, sold half at VWAP, held the other half for maybe a possible win above VWAP, which I did get. So, post trade questions. Did I review all pre trade questions before the trade? Yep. Did I learn or observe, or what did I learn or observe that made me interested in trading that ticker? On that on that specific ticker on BTCM, it was the level twos. So I saw a huge level of interest come between the 425 when it dipped down here up to the 430s. And I was like, okay. And I saw it on the level two. Like you can see the sizes coming in. I was like, that's interesting. And I was like, okay, let this candle close to make sure it's not gonna, snap back or anything. So I let this candle close completely. And then I was looking on this one and it continued to hold the bottom of this indecision, which was the 446. I was like, okay, I think this thing can get back over 450s. So I gave it a shot. And that played out just like I liked it. Was my thesis valid? Yep. Did I exit my positions at a pre-selected level? Yep. Half at VWAP, held the other half and just was taking profit as it was over VWAP. Was the thesis worth the risk? I believe so. Yes. How did the stock affect my emotional state? It really didn't, because I was kind of confident on the sizes that I saw come in. On the level twos. I was like, oh, okay, this eliminates the fear. Let's go ahead and do it. But anyway, today, pre-trade questions. What is the average range of the stock that I'm interested in? Is it on a top 10 volume mover? And my top 10 volume mover is a little bit different because mine, it's got to be over $2. I don't really like the struggle tickers that are kind of struggling under 2 and going back towards sub dollars. I don't like those. Is it a low float? Does it have any kind of catalyst? Sometimes that may or may not matter in some of these low floats. What is the competition on the day? And what is the high of day and has it been retested? What are the levels of support for the stock? Are the shorts strongly winning during intraday? If a trader was to open up their scanners right at the very moment that you want to trade, would this ticker be something that they would see on their scans? Is the retracement worth the risk? And are there any large areas of interest on the level two? And what I mean by large, sometimes you'll see big levels of interest on level twos and they'll be stacked very closely. And I'm like, I'm scared of those because if one flushes and then it hits that next one, that could create a large flush down. But if there's a large area between the 2 points of interest and it's kind of like a range where somebody wants to collect shares in there, let's say if it's a 25-cent range, or if for some stocks when they have really big ranges, it might be $1 range. And so I'm like, okay, is there a large area where people could just collect those shares for a move or a reversal? I don't really like those tight areas of interest because if one person chickens out, it gets bad real fast. But anyway, yeah, those post questions, pre-trade questions, and we'll see if anything aligns with what we got today. I already got a nice trade on BTCM yesterday, so I'm okay with whatever we see today, just kind of analyzing and looking through. TB or TCBP getting on up here to the almost the $7, right under the $7. We'll see what it wants to do. That it may be the number one on the day. It is up 36%. It is kind of extended. If we look here on the hour chart, we can see it started extending back here yesterday afternoon. 428s up, all the way through VWAP, up with a small gap up. So I'll be very careful. We'll see what's on the level twos here. Are there any levels of interest above it? So there's a level of interest right there at the 750s. We can see 11,000 shares at 750. We'll go ahead and take note of that. Good morning, Lori. We'll take note of that 750 area there on the ask of 11,000 shares on the ask. All right, and let's see if it's anything else other than that 750 up here. All right, and then on the bid, we see the bid price, what, 668? 10,000 shares at 668. Okay, we'll take note of that. And we'll see how those how they move around, but that's the bid. So that's two areas of interest on the ask and the bid for TCBP, 750 and 668. What's up, VPG? All right. Let's see. Anything else? So ATX, everything else is kind of looking dried up. I think TCB is going to be the main focus under Tesla and BBBY. So we will definitely see how it reacts to those levels. And with the current range, it may be able to get to 750. We'll see. But as of now, anything on the other potential that I usually trade is looking kind of dry. So we'll just stick with the top mid low float. Let me see what the actual float is on TCBP. TCBP float looking like about under a million shares in the float. So very low float on TCBP. Could be very, very entertaining here. And we'll keep our eyes on the level twos for new levels of interest. But right now, all we saw is the 750 and the 668, which I don't see up here. I guess it disappeared, but we already saw it on there, so we'll keep that on in our notes of where it was. And that's the thing, you gotta, once you see it, you kind of gotta take notes quickly because it'll disappear. Yeah, it's gone. So maybe that 668 won't hold up. We'll see. It's already back through it. That's why. it disappeared. Already been crushed. All right, anyway. CYAD was one that a lot of people traded yesterday. I did not like that one. Struggling around that $2 level, so I just left it alone. ATX is looking like it's going to be a struggle boat around the $2 level as well. If it goes under 2, I just leave those alone. FUV down 61%. Absolute getting wrecked. And this one, so I try not to fight the trend. I try not to. Sometimes these that drop a lot, they look enticing and all that, but I try not to fight the trend. This thing's been in a downtrend for a couple of months, November, December, with a small little consolidation right into the new year. Came up a little bit and got crushed at this double top here. At the 625s here on FUV. So try not to trade against the trend. I'm gonna leave that one alone. It's down 61% already. And they did do a I think they did an offering. Oh, VPG, you forget my silence from Twitch. Okay. Y'all be switching names and going on, man. Y'all be I think the person that has the most accounts that comes on this channel is Daniel B. Daniel B has about 20, 30 accounts, and he just rolls them. Different names, different logos, pictures. I really think he's part of the CIA. But, you know, it's like that sometimes. But, yeah, I'm going to get rid of FUV. Not really interested in that one. Get rid of BTCM. Not interested in that one. It's closed up its range at this point. And I think the focus will be on TCBP here this morning. I'm gonna let that first, definitely let the open happen and not try to jump the gun, because this thing is extended from yesterday. Almost what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hours straight up. And it's up here towards this previous high right under the 650s. So we'll see if the 650s, if it gets exploded back under this 650 level. And then on the other day, it reached all the way up here to 931. I just don't think it's going to be able to go up there. I mean, if it does, that will be insane. I'll definitely grab popcorn and watch it. But yeah, that's a $3 rip. And it's only 3 million shares traded on it. So definitely a little grindy stock. Okay, on the ask, I see a new size or new sizes coming in. There's 675 there. A little bit of size there. It was over 10,000 right there. We'll see if it gets back over 10,000 as a level of interest. The last one was at 750, so they are building a range for the shorts. The last one was, let me see, it's 750 still sitting up here. 750 disappeared, but from 750 down to what, 675, it looks like some shorts are interested there. VPG. Now I'm looking for how the shorts treat TCBP. I'm not trading that thing. I'm looking for them to absolutely demolish it. I'm just pointing out the levels of where short interest is on this thing today. But it is the biggest mover it's kind of a low float, but it's got a lot of shares outstanding. And the only thing I don't like, when something has a really, really low float, which it has under 1 million shares in the float, but it's got over 39 million in the outstanding shares. So that those outstanding shares, what will those people that are holding those outstanding shares or already holding those outstanding shares want to do? Will they just bombshell it to the floor and be like, okay, we made our money, and they just sell like what happened back here on TCB? That's what happened here. It had very low float but high outstanding shares. When those people that have those outstanding shares start dropping those shares, whether they're institutional or insider, things like this can happen. 927 all the way down to the 524s. That's insane. That means if you bought this top, you are down $5 a share, right? Just because somebody was feeling like they made enough money. Like that's a lot of shares. But when both of them, the outstanding shares and the float, you got the low float and the low outstanding shares, well, it doesn't matter if those people drop their shares. They don't have enough pool in the overall, ticker or symbol or security to drop it like that. Because people can buy it right back up. Right back up. Those outstanding shares just get bought right back up. But we're about to see probably a good example of this at the open. Anyway, jump back over here to the BBY. Yeah, sometimes, sometimes I come into the market and I'm like, you know what, today I want to have the mindset of a short. Or today I want to have a mindset of a long. And I just look for opportunities in that bias. Just to kind of practice. Because I haven't been shorting, but I just want to understand the mindset of the people that I'm trying to defeat. Because for the most part, I'm going long. I'm looking for shorts to get trapped. I'm looking for that kind of stuff. BBBY. Know your enemy. The art of war. Know them. Understand them. Love and hate them. Now, I don't know about the love and hate, but you definitely got to understand your enemy. BBBY pushing on up there, Bed Bath and Beyond, with those plush pillows, trying to make their way back to life. Did take one trade yesterday. I don't know if y'all was in here for that one. I guess we can look back at that one since we're waiting on the open here 6 minutes. The only trade I took yesterday was BTCM. My thesis was I liked the range on this thing on BTCM. Came down, shorts won big for a whole hour. I was like, wow, that's great. And then they won again, broke this little down or this little support here at the 436. And I was like, okay, this thing might continue going down. But I watch it to regain the 436, and that's exactly what it did. Pop back up here to the 436, and I got interested. And so I was like, okay, this thing is holding right under the 450s. I think this thing can get a little bit of a push up. So I added, or not on this, I waited for this candle to close because I wasn't sure because it was an indecision candle. But on the next candle, I immediately added 100 shares there. And I was like, okay, if this thing can just not get crazy and hold above the 429s, I'm gonna continue to add. So it just held this little indecision. I continued to add around here below the 450s. It continued to struggle. And I saw big sizes on the level twos just continue to just keep it above that 440 level. So I continued to add. And I got up to 1,000 shares here with the average price of 457 on this one, and then it started to rip, and I sold half. I'm looking to sell half at the VWAP. So this was 463, sold half there, and then held the rest. And I got scared, so I just started just taking profit above the previous breakout. So this 475, I was just looking to just take profit above that. And then it ripped back down, and I was like, oh, okay, you do what you do. So that was my one trade for the week there, or my first trade of the week. But yeah, it was nice. All right, let's jump and see on this on these scans here. FUV still down 62%. So yeah, I think we're watching everything that's pretty interesting. If you guys see anything under $2 or whatever, they won't show up on my scan. So if you see anything moving, you can just pop it in the chat. We can take a look and everything. But I like those big ranges, man. I'm trying to get 50, 60, 70 cents off a move, because I'm greedy. But I'd rather be greedy in rights than greedy in wrong. All right, so we're seeing TCB come on back off those levels. Let's see if the ask those sizes are coming down. Yeah, they're back at the 750 there where we were seeing them at first. They kind of disappeared for a while there, but 10,000 at the 750. Let's look on the bid. Where will this thing be caught? Looks like there's no area or large area of interest on the bids yet. We got 2 minutes to the open, and we're about to see this thing get slaughtered. Slaughtered. I'm looking for this thing to be back under the 650s. If you're a scalper, you better be quick. Donnell says, morning, just watching into the open. No tickers, small caps. Yep. I'm watching for TCBP to get pummeled. Absolutely destroyed. Up 36%. And yeah, it's looking for death on it. Okay, looks like the size is going up there at 750, 13,000. We'll see if this size can move down towards the actual price action. Will they get that confidence to move down towards this price action? Maybe after the open. All right, we got about 30 seconds to the open here. $650 getting hit there. Trying to jump off that 650. It is now open. I'm looking for it to crash back under 650, but we'll have to see that ask get very confident here. Let's see. Okay, throwing a wick up there to the top, right under the $7 at the 691 there. So it's looking like a double top here on the hour chart. Let's see if it can get up to that 750 that they got up there. I don't know though. Looking like a double top right at the sevens. It's gonna have to hold up that 675 here. There's a 655 on the bid I see there. 655 very quickly. Let me add that to my notes. $655. So the last one was 668 on the bid. So getting very tight little ranges there on the bid. I don't like that. That can definitely lead to a flush. Studying the level twos. See if we'll see a flush here through that 668 and all the way through the 655s. There's 655 right there. Can they start to push it? So at this point, this thing is like a absolute 50-50. It can go either way, which is not what we want to get caught in. Ooh, big fake up there towards the sevens, getting another push down. I bet people getting chopped up in this one. It's only up 2% as well. Let's see if it can. There's a little break, very small break to the sevens. 714 there. 750 was the level that we had took notes at. So 750, 13,000 shares sitting there. We'll see if that comes into play here. The high is 738. Into a halt, looks like 750 was that area that was out there. So we'll see. It stopped right under 6 cents from the 750. So up 12% there. Only 6 million shares traded. So yeah, definitely an interesting move. The bottom of this was the 668 or 655. So a little bit of level down here where it kind of struggled. So very indecisive 50-50 play right there. But if someone was willing to take the risk, you know, hey, they made a little bit of money. So we'll see what it wants to do after it comes out of this halt. Anything else moving? Nothing else as of now above $2 that I see. Tesla and BBBY red on the day. Let's check out the SPY, and oil is back over $80, up to $82 here. So it again has held. Now I drew this a while back, and it's holding out of this previous little, looks like a little dip or buy range. What was this, December 8th? And I was like, I wonder, can I hold above this? Will this be the head and shoulders? Will this be a head? Will this be a shoulder? And it looks like it's going to be some kind of support around this 72 level, and now it's up $10 up to the 82s, which was the previous high point that it tested, and it looks like it wants to get through it. So we'll see. Let me see what time that thing's supposed to be opening up on TCBP. Trade halt. TCBP halted at the 34. Should be opening up at the 39 exactly. 39.00. Yeah, so TCBP, very interesting stock. Has rotated its float, what, 6 times? Because it had a float under a million. So rotated its float 6 times. Outstanding shares may come into play here. We'll see what kind of drop it does, though. We have not seen the shorts win on this one yet. So will the shorts winning be insane? Insanity. Let's jump over here to some news. Microsoft to cut 10,000 jobs as PC sales, cloud growth decline. Feels like way too much to lose. BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, says central banks are deliberately causing recessions and warns of downturn unlike what? Unlike any other. 3 shockproof assets for protection. Okay. I ruined my family's finances by withdrawing from my 401k. Okay. Carvana adopts poison pill. Russia posts record current account surplus. Biden administration paying Americans thousands of dollars to upgrade their homes. Well, send me some money. I'll upgrade my home. Microsoft to cut thousands of jobs. Okay. Let's go to more recent news, latest news or it looks like this thing is about to pop open. All right, so 39 was the open. We got about 30 seconds to see this thing react to that 750. Let's see how it reacts. TCBP. 10 seconds. If this is a 5-minute halt. There's the open. Right over the 750s. Let's see if it'll snap back now. Gave that 750 area plenty of time to enter here. There are the shorts. Are the shorts going to go ahead and take it back under 750? Their area of interest. 59, 750s coming back into play there. Was not able to get it under yet. Okay, continuing up almost to $8 there. 40 cents higher than the 750. Okay, let's also check out this level 2 and see if anybody's confident on either side. 750 right there on the bid, 10,000 shares there. Let's see if it can get back there. So throwing up a high bar of the 818. TCBP. 825-ish level up there. $0.30 fall back to the 750s. Looks like the shorts have had their nice little entry here. Let's see if they can start winning. 761. Come on, break down that 750. You know you want to. 59. Okay, they still want to enter a little bit. I feel that. You want to get as much winning as you can. Good morning, GD. So everybody sitting above 750 should be getting filled right now. Don't think it's going to push too much more. Should be drying up in shares up here. The demand for the shorts is very high. And let's look at this extension. What? We got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bar extension from yesterday. Very intriguing. Now, TCB did not have any kind of crazy news. They had a strategic collaboration to advance their gamma delta T cells in oncology. So, they're working on some preclinical type stuff. Wow. Again, with a small breakout here on the hour chart up to the 832. So that's two tests of this 825 level. So that's definitely some resistance there at the 825. Tapping the 825s again. Wow. So another test up here at the tip top. Slowing down a little bit though. We'll have to see what the next candle wants to do, but yeah, not looking too strong up here. Looks like the 750 is coming back into play. 750. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Prayers up. Prayers up. RIP. Did we not call it 750? Everybody that had a short above 750 got filled. And now they're looking to go to brunch. So 750 definitely came back into play. Mm. Whew, vegetable soup. Well, I smell toast. So 750 back on. Let's see if the ask is coming on down now. Are those sizes coming in? Let's see. This is the first 15 minutes of the market. And man, that thing came back to 750 quick. Boy, from the 825s all the way back down to 750. Let's see if it'll break down 750. Everybody should be in. Everybody, their mom, their aunts, uncles, granddad, everybody's in. So let's see what this drop looks like. And of course, we have the previous history back here of what a drop could look like. Look at this big old drop here. Mm. Wow. 725 getting a little hold up there, but I don't think, I mean, anybody that entered up here 823, they are not worried about 725 being a huge bounce point. Anyway, let me see if anything else is popping back up here on the scans. Like I said, we did the research beforehand. Looking at those levels of interest, we knew that 750 and 668 were on the 750 on the ask side was a huge area of interest. So what I'm looking for, like when I'm looking to take a long trade, I want to see a huge level of interest on the bid side come down through it and see people start filling those orders below that area of interest, right? So we just saw the shorts basically just do the analysis and win, That's all they got to do. Look at those level twos, look at what's sitting on the books, where the level of interest, can it break that level of interest and then start to slow down or curl on a level of interest? And that's exactly what it did. Now, this one was a low float, which is probably why it went like $1 more than what the level of interest was because of the volatility. But just because it's a super volatile stock doesn't mean the interest or the shares are not getting filled. They have to get filled. It can't go any higher. Buyers can't make the prices go any higher without sellers. Sellers can't make the price go any lower without buyers. So, it just pans out. But like I said, with those outstanding shares, that's why I don't like trading those stocks with super low flows but high outstanding shares. Cause the dips, when people do feel like dumping, it gets ugly, real ugly. All right, we got some more popping in here over here on the scans. What is this? Oh my goodness, BTB down 60%, FUV. We got a lot of low floats, big low floats going down. So that is not a good sign for low floats. Huge drop down from what, the $4 down here to the 2 on FUV. And then this one was up here at $12, now down here at $2. So today's not looking too great for the low floats. Also, let's look up here. Tesla still leading the day. BBBY, TCBP, and then Amazon, AMC sneaking up on TCBP. May knock it out of the competition off the top 10 volume movers. All right, TCB coming up to test the 750s again, right under the 750s. On the 15-minute chart, we can see a clear flat formation here at the 760s. We'll see if they can keep it below this. 30-minute has not closed yet. $12 million shares traded on it though. Taking its sweet time. Now that it's under 750, all the people that missed out on this big rip, the shorts that missed out, are like, okay, well, maybe we can get in. Maybe it'll hold the 750. Let's just get in late. But all the real money, the real ones, they already knew, man, this thing is above 750. Gee whiz, let's get in. But the only thing we haven't seen yet on the close of this hour chart is some hours going down. Shorts need to win a lot. But it's up 50%. And this isn't one that I was looking to trade. It's just one that I was like, man, this could be a great short. Okay. All right. Anyway, I pretty much seen what I need to see for the day. Got a meeting here coming up in about 10 minutes. I'm gonna get to, and I just want to see if my analysis, my thesis was correct about that 750 level. Seeing a lot of struggle at the 750, so I'll be very careful on that one. 13 million shares traded as well. But yeah. Also, we have the Discord. So after we go off stream, and I'll post the Discord link. After we go off stream, that's where we communicate with the VPG. Oh, you missed ATER. Where is ATER? ATER. Oh, it's under. Yeah, it's under $2. It wasn't gonna show up on my scans. Nah, that thing. You didn't miss nothing. You didn't miss nothing, man. Only 2 million shares traded. Does it have news or something? Let's see, ATER. It doesn't have any news or anything. Let's grade ATER with my with the rules that I have here. Let's grade it. Okay. So first, what's the average range of the stock? What average range have we seen? So it went from 128 up to the 140. So the most that it's gotten on the day was about 20 cents. Number 2, is it a top 10 volume mover? No, it's not at all. Is it a low float? I don't know the float of ATER though. Let's see. ATER float of 48. Ugh, that's a little bit higher float compared to its competition, which is under a million in the float. Oops. What's the next thing? Does it have a catalyst? No. What is the competition on the day? Well, we already know Tesla, BBBY, TCBP, even ATXI. Just a lot of competition against this thing. What is the high of day? Well, it threw a high of day up here of the 140, and then the next question I think is, has the high of day been tested? So what's the high of day and has it been retested? Well, let's look. So pre-market got up here to the 140s, got up here to the 147, got up here to the 140. This thing's been retested a couple of times, so this would not be something that aligns. Let's look at the rest of the high of day. What are the levels of support for this stock? Had a level of support right along the 130s, and has been tested once during the day, but may get retested here soon. Are the shorts strongly winning on the intraday? No, it's just a flat. It's just flat right now. If a trader was to open up their scanner at this very moment, would this ticker stick out to them? And yeah, that I don't think they would. I don't think it would. If is the retracement worth the risk on this ticker? If the best that it did on the first hour was 20 cents, I don't know. I don't think so. I'm looking for, 50, 60, 80 cents of retracement. The last one, are there any large areas of interest on the level 2? So let's go look at the level 2. Wait, of course there's large areas of interest. This is a cheap stock. Yeah, of course. There's 11,000. There's a lot. So what would be a large area of interest for a stock this cheap? Like there's an outlier, 37,000 sitting there at 125. That kind of looks big, but I mean, how many shares can you take of a dollar stock? You take what? 90,000 shares, 100,000 shares? If big money was in this. But yeah, definitely failed everything. Everything. So that would not be one I would touch for a day trade. Maybe something, maybe more of like a swing trade, but day trade, Oh, you just wanted to short it. Got you. All right, yeah, but guys, I pretty much seen what I need to see today. TCB giving up the ghost, going for the baptism, and headed down. So I don't know if it'll recover, but it was the best low float on the day with very high outstanding shares, and it just was not something that I was kind of interested in. Maybe somebody got some of this potential in here, but for the most part, I was looking at it with a short bias. We got about 5 minutes left on the stream, and oh, I forgot to drop the Discord invite. Discord link. So this is basically where we kind of communicate after the stream. I Yesterday was a crazy busy day, but for the most part, it's just like sending me a text message. It's super quick, super easy, and it's a great way to link up with other traders, see the trade ideas, see the things that are going on during the day. We drop news in there. We drop all kinds of things, especially for the trades that we're looking at. If you specifically do swing trading or anything like that, you can jump in there too. Let us know what you're looking at, because I'm always interested in learning from all traders. For real. I mean, I just don't want a limited knowledge. Like every trader sees something different. So I like all the perspectives of what you got. And if you have a rule set that you follow, that would be a great place to talk about your rules, the things that you do to keep you from, giving up the shirt on your back and the shoes off your feet. Um, of course, every trade will not be a winner. That's why we manage the risk, but we definitely can have strict, rigid rules that keep us from, eating dirt. Tesla coming on down now from the 130s down here to the 133. So the SPY kind of did a little bit of a pullback. So I guess Tesla had an overreaction. But yeah, definitely a great day of observation at the open. Man, I love watching the markets, but I love working on the discipline of not always pressing that buy button. Sometimes just sit there and just be like, you know what? I'm gonna watch the markets today. This would be a great day to just watch and learn, you know. But yeah, I'm going to get ready to jump into this meeting. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'll be back on Friday. Today is Wednesday. Yeah, I'll be back on Friday. Also, Reliable Rudy, he's been working on his streams, getting his streams going. Reliable does a lot of swing trading. I mean, he's trading stocks like Baba. He trades stocks like what's the other ones he trades? He trades a bunch of like mid caps and larger caps. He's working on building a portfolio over there at the Reliable Rudy channel. Do I have a link to his channel? I don't know. Let's see if I could pull up a link. He does a lot of swing trading. So he's the one, and you'll see him in the Discord as well, dropping his trade ideas on swing trades. Reliable Rudy. So you guys can go and check him out. Copy. And he's another part of the Framework Fortune as well. Anyway, I think that's it for me today. I gotta get going. Of course, again, be careful if you're gonna continue trading today. Wednesday, sometimes news drops, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes stocks kind of come to like a breathing area on Wednesday because it's hump day. But yeah, this is a short week, and we definitely want to leave every week with a little bit of profit. So be careful, be safe, have a great rest of your day, and as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.